Hello, everyone. It's a good day. Arsenal are champion after 22 good years of trying. People said they cannot do it. People said they have to wait till maybe Sunday before they can do it. Nobody expected this to happen. Nobody saw it coming, but it has happened. Arsenal are champions again. Woo! Of course, I'm a Man U fan, but of course, I'm happy for them. So today, all Arsenal fans all over the world, congratulations to you. Today, I'm gonna be bringing some people who are Arsenal fans to cheer you up, to talk to you, and then you are free to make comments. You are free to chat us in the box, and we are going to spotlight some of your comments. We just want to share in your excitement today. So I have two gentlemen in the studio with me. One is in Czech Republic, and the other one is from Nigeria. So they're going to be joining us as we discuss the road to glory by the Gunners. Up Gunners! So with me, I'm gonna start first with an Arsenal fan. Martins, congratulations to you. Against all odds, you made it. So what do you have to say?
It's it's overwhelming. It's been a very crazy season. I've been sat here each time streaming matches, getting almost apprehensive of the events of the games as they came with so much pressure. Many times I'd had to get on the edge, and I couldn't at some point cope with trolls from other rival fans, people like Jeremiah. Some of my boys were almost trolling me every time, and so today I just told one of them that Arsenal are built to win the league before the last game of the season. That it would be marvelous to win the league without kicking a ball, and
Hmm.
that happened today. So I'm excited. Come on, you Gunners!
Woohoo! That was awesome. Oh, that was so awesome, and I'm so happy for you. Of course, it's your season, so you have to enjoy it. Joel, what do you think
Yeah,
about today's event? What happened? Did you see it coming?
No, 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 not at all. I have to pretend I'm happy it happened. Congratulations, Martins. But actually, football speaks for itself, and is well, in retrospect, now is a well-deserved victory for us now. Congratulations to the team. After back-to-back misses, heartbreak, setback, and they were super close to it last season, and they didn't get it. Now they got it, which is so good. Arteta has shown his quality, what he's made of, even though I don't like his style of play, but I mean, he got the job done. So, congratulations to Arsenal. So, I hope during the show I can discuss maybe what went wrong with City, why they didn't actually win the league. But
Well,
big ups to Arsenal. Yeah,
Joel, what is it not
yeah.
to like about Arsenal style of play? Is it are you expecting a tiki taka kind of game, or what exactly are you expecting?
So, it's the same football Belgium played in France played in 2018 World Cup. Is they call it inverted football, where it's negative. So they are not trying to actually win the game. They just want to use any opportunity available to frustrate the opponent. They play a kind of defensive game that is not exciting to watch. I mean, I don't think there's any Arsenal fan that goes and watch and be like, oh, I want to enjoy the beautiful game. And Tiki Taka is not just the style. There is high press. There is counter attack football. All those beautiful variations of football. But Arsenal is just you could remember. I mean, during the season when we call them corner FC, where they were only relying on corner. Now the gimmick changed to throw-ins. They have some kind of rituals and routines they do before corner kicks, throw-ins, and all of that. So those are not what football is about. Football is about more of style. I mean, the way Italians play. Yeah.
But what is the essence of beautiful football without success, without something to show for it. Martins, do you agree with him?
Obviously, I understand from where he's speaking. Basically, some fans who are really bitter about Arsenal winning the Premier League would come up with all manner of theories, all manner of insinuations, and all that, as if people haven't been scoring. I mean, teams haven't been winning the Premier League with corner kick. Corners or set pieces, as you would have it. I think one of Chelsea's legends. I don't know. Maybe that should be John Terry. Said all they've been doing to Arsenal has been hatred and bitterness. That Chelsea scored a lot of set pieces, winning the EPL. And then you see the convenience of amnesia. These people hug amnesia a lot. There was a time Arsenal played a lot of tiki taka and got nothing. They taunted Arsenal for winning, for playing beautiful football with no end products. Now, Arsenal is mixing it. It's not that Arsenal is playing bad football. Arsenal is mixing it, playing street smart football and tiki taka. Because how do
Mm,
you explain that a team that is said to be reliant on on set pieces, are the team with second most open goal this thing in the Premier League, second only to City, Manchester, not even Liverpool. Liverpool won the Premier League last season and fizzled out. This season it should be a problem for them, and then they have no media scrutiny at all. The media scrutiny has been on Arsenal, as if you see. Let me tell you why Arsenal must celebrate this cup, this EPL. It is because eh, the odds stacked against us were damning.
mm, mm,
The EPL, PG, MOL, rival fans, in fact, all teams, the 19 teams in the Premier League wanted Arsenal to fail. They were always waiting to banter Arsenal. I mean, it's simple. You could just a little retrospection. The City fan who brought bottle to Etihad when Arsenal lost a game. That tells you the whole narrative. And so
mm,
when media spin this narrative, I mean, people, sports rivals and haters of Arsenal, when they spin these narratives, you come to realize that it's just the agenda playing out. It is not the football that Arsenal is playing. It is the agenda that is playing out. Arsenal
mm,
players are good with what they do. They've got the best defense in the Premier League and in Europe.
mm,
People do not want to acknowledge this. Imagine if Manchester United or Liverpool play the kind of football Arsenal play today. They will call it style. They will
mm.
give it beautiful names. But because it is Arsenal, it is corner FC or set piece FC. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? I mean, that is double standard. That is very funny thing, and I can understand the pain that they bear. Really, they are pained, and like I said to one Arsenal hater, I said I don't have a lot of money at the moment, but I can take a loan to buy you a storage tank, so you cry and feel it till the next season, because Arsenal will still win more trophies. They win
Mm.
UCL. I bet you they win UCL on the
Okay,
30th,
so
and then of
okay,
course they will dominate the Premier League at least in the
okay,
next 3, 4, 5 seasons.
okay. Let's talk about the style of play.
Yeah.
Do you think your style of play? Of course, we know Bournemouth gave you this. Of course, Bournemouth gave you this. If Man
No,
City
but
had,
Bournemouth didn't give Arsenal. I
but
disagree. Please, I
Bournemouth,
disagree.
okay,
Bournemouth didn't give Arsenal. No.
Okay.
Bournemouth wanted to qualify for UCL. They wanted to qualify for UCL, and they had to
Of
play
course.
the game. And in fact, Arsenal provided the extra slot for Bournemouth to
Mm-hmm.
fight for. Have you forgotten? It is
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal progression to the UCL semi-final that gave that leverage to Bournemouth and other struggling teams like Liverpool. You know,
Mm. Okay.
so
Joel. Joel, he has fired a
Yeah,
shot at
so
you. He
yeah,
has
I
really fired a shot at
mean,
you. And
interesting take.
he really fired that shot. But I'm not gonna put words into your mouth. But what do you have to say?
Interesting take. But I'm sure he's aware. When he said the odds were against Arsenal going into the season, I think that's a very myopic view. It was Arsenal's trophy to lose actually, because Arsenal, Liverpool, City were going into the season as the top title challenger, while the remaining
Okay.
teams were just there to make up numbers. The likes of Manchester United, Chelsea, they have struggled throughout last season, and they struggled again this season. So that's not actually entirely true. That no everybody was against Arsenal winning the league, uh, or the odds were against them. But one thing I want to point out is Arsenal winning the league is only beautiful, as I mentioned in the earlier show, because this is the first time in 22 years, and I'm sure Martins must have been feeling, will I have a time like this? Well, I'm a Liverpool fan. I've seen my club win a lot of titles over and over. I mean, we
a
had
lot of
great
titles.
thanks to,
Ooh.
yeah, Jurgen Klopp won eight for us. Jurgen Klopp won eight for us during his time, and I can't
Is this
imagine an
serious?
Arsenal fan winning the Premier League for the first time in 22 years. I mean, this must feel like a prophecy, like a dream come true. This is
Mm.
exactly what biblical people used to write and say. Maybe the prophecy has been fulfilled, and it's great to. I mean, what a time to be alive to witness this. Yeah, so that was actually interesting. But I also want
Okay.
to insist that Bournemouth gave them this victory, because if you're a great team, your destiny should not be in the hand of another team. And that
Oh.
goes back to the performance football Arsenal has been playing. You don't
Uh,
need to. The result of another game doesn't need to determine the outcome. You should have won this
uh.
like a champion that Arsenal is. When Liverpool won, we won it 20 points clear. I mean, Arsenal struggled to just win this league, but we still have to give it to them because I mean, it's Arsenal. We now they can call themselves like the big boy since 2004. I can list a lot of things that have happened in 2004, but I won't be repetitive.
Mm. Martins.
Okay,
You,
did you hear all the craps he said? Okay, one of the chief craps would be I would tell you one of the chief craps. He said he said he won a lot of trophies.
Mhm.
This is a team that just won, that broke 30 years, is it 30 years or something, of not winning the Premier League in 2020, and they even won a COVID Premier League, what you call epileptic Premier League, epileptic Premier League. So you, I mean,
Does
you can
anything like
imagine
that
this.
exist?
You can imagine this was they
I
won
mean,
their
do I
first
call this
Uh,
title
coronavirus
antivirus?
EPL.
Did I call this title
They won
antivirus? No,
COVID
no, no.
EPL. After winning COVID EPL, they struggled to win one when the other coach saw, when Klopp saw that Mikel Arteta was here to dominate the league, and because he played a Yoruba proverb, "Ojumi
mm.
ma ribi," the guy ran away. They got a new coach. They got a new coach. He won from the dubious officiating of the EPL and PG Mall. Arsenal in that season, when Liverpool luckily won their second EPL, was was about to win the Premier League. What happened?
Well,
Bad officiating.
I will have to
Bad
warn you
officiating.
about I will have to warn you about accusing other people of benefiting from bad officiating, because if you look at some of the events that led to your triumph, Arsenal triumph. You
No,
know,
no,
there were
please.
controversial
Especially when
issues.
you're a
There
Man
were
U fan, please
controversial
don't go there.
issues.
Don't go there. Don't go there because I will remind you of the Ferguson era
Okay,
when Ferguson intimidated all refs to win at least 6 EPLs. Please, just let's leave that. Let's not.
okay,
If we come to that, you will realize that you guys have nothing. Like if you come to equity, you must come with clean hands. That's what I'm telling
okay.
you, people. Come to equity, but come with clean hands. But Arsenal has won fair and square. How? How have they won fair and square? Let me tell you how they've won fair and square. This whole thing about corner FC or set piece FC, people mention Arsenal as if Arsenal started it. Please go back to 2021 when was it Brentford beat Arsenal through that kind of rugged football FC. Arsenal learned their lesson because they were winning games until a team introduced rugby football. I think it was Brentford. I guess it was Brentford in 2021. That was the moment. But you know what? The pundits and rival fans never get to think about that. Only Arsenal fans remember because we were the people that were, marginalized or thrown away. Our chances were spawned by the sort of unsportsmanly behavior of Brentford, and so we took to street smartness
Hmm.
because to be. Do you know? Have you forgotten? Please, does he remember Troy Deeney? Do you remember Wolves striker Troy Deeney? What was he calling Arsenal
Watford.
every time? He said we lacked Cole Jones, right? We now have Cole Jones, and now we have Cole Jones, and people are saying we play bad football. I mean, you guys should look for another narrative. This narrative doesn't sell anymore. Look for another,
Wow.
basically. So
You know.
I have one fair and fair. I mean fair. I have
Hmm.
one really. I'm impressed by this win.
Okay.
We ground out result. We didn't win because Bournemouth. I mean, if imagine we didn't win the 4 games after losing to City. Do you remember what Declan Rice said on losing to
Mm-hmm.
City? He said it's not done. That's a mentality. There's a mentality change. So whenever you're going to talk about Arsenal's triumph this year, talk about mentality change.
And
That
then
is
that.
the most important thing.
Okay. Mentality change.
Some
Okay.
people are saying PSG will undo the
Uh,
error. Well done.
yes.
You will
Yes.
next time another narrative will be come and win another Champions League. You know the problem. I love the way people shift goalposts. The other time they said Arsenal was going to bottle it. Arsenal is a bottled whatever. Even a
Yeah.
pastor
In fact,
went to
Bottle
church
FC.
to, you understand, the pastor was preaching. He said Arsenal was cursed, that even if they are 29 points behind they would never win. I mean, in all of these, do you expect Arsenal fans not to mock haters or
But
banters? We
honestly, it
will.
was almost becoming like a near success syndrome for Arsenal.
Syndrome,
You know,
yeah,
it
of
was
course.
almost becoming that kind of a thing, and then you wouldn't blame people when they have that kind of opinion about Arsenal and then what has been going on with them. In fact, people now do prayer like that. God, don't let my life be like that of Arsenal, and all of that. I don't know
Okay.
what is going to be their story now because it's Arsenal now has proven to be a team that has travailed over and over and over and over, and they've been consistent to a very
Mm,
great extent. So getting it now, I think it's well deserving, but you cannot also uh, go without some of those things that people are talking about, some of those controversy. Of course, people will always it's a human game, so people will always have their opinion, and then that is just my take on this. So Joel, so you said PSG will undo. You just said that PSG will undo the error. So why do you think that? Why do you think PSG will undo the error?
Yeah, crystal clear what
And why did you
PSG.
call it the error? Why do you call it an error?
Okay, so it's crystal clear what PSG can do in a final. In the brutality of PSG is evident in last season Champions League final where they brutally massacred Inter Milan. I'm not sure Inter Milan has recovered from 5-0 defeat. So and given Arsenal's style of play, I'm looking at without even exaggerating, I'm looking at 7 0 because we the potency of PSG to score in games is so the chances are high. I mean, if we want to use our statistics, for every shot they play, for every 10 shot they play, they are likely to score seven for every 10 shots. So I'm confident PSG would undo this error. So one of the error is that Arsenal has won the league now. Arsenal fans feel they've really worked so hard, beating. I mean, they've had couple of losses, couple of draws, favorable decisions, even leaving the West Ham goal, cancelling the West Ham goal. That was a very controversial decision. But in their last game, I think that's in Capi. He deserves a red card. He was supposed to be red carded for a tackle in front of the referee, but he got away with it. I mean, those are those little decisions that actually contribute to Arsenal winning the league. And but if you want to look at it from holistic angle to say why Manchester City actually drop out, I'll actually blame fatigue because Manchester City was just like Arsenal, they were in different other competitions, which they needed to like prioritize
Fatigue.
to,
Jesus.
in order to give Guardiola a befitting send forth. So I genuinely think the Premier League would have been the best way to actually give Guardiola a good send forth. But unfortunately, Guardiola has actually achieved a lot. He has done a lot in the Premier League. Speaking of a lot, only Arsenal and Liverpool now have been able to win titles. Okay, Leicester City also won one because Guardiola joined in 2016 and he has won. I think that's 7 out of 10, 7 out of a possible 10. So I feel the fatigue, then some injuries. City they had injury issues because they were so inconsistent in one part of at some point in the season. But then as Aland also he stopped. No, he wasn't as potent as it was in the earlier part of the season. Earlier
Okay.
part of the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me just hold it for you there. For every
Yeah.
team, they will always have their own stories. If
Yeah.
you ask a Liverpool fan, which you are, you have your story. Man U
Yeah.
had their own story, injuries and all of that, and then coaches and all of that. So if you get it right at a point, you are winning the league. If you get it right, and maybe luck is on your side, you're likely going to win the league. But somebody is asking Olupizi, he's saying something in the chat, and I'm going to pull it up here for you. So he said, can you please tell me what PSG did during the FIFA Club final with Chelsea? That was a big one. So when you say somebody is going to win someone,
Okay. So speaking to that, I mean that was a preseason competition. It's just more like gathering boys and say, "Hey guys, let's just have fun. Let's kick the ball around." It wasn't a super big competition, official competition per se. It was played during preseason. It was like the coach getting to know his players for the main event. It's like having appetizer before you have your full real meal. So it wasn't more of a competition per se. I mean, look at
Tolulope,
Chelsea. Chelsea, oh,
Tolulope will not agree with you. Tolulope also said that the PSG versus Arsenal head to head suggests otherwise. This is a game of football. It explains why a team like Italy will not get to the World Cup, and a team like Haiti will be there. A team like uh, uh,
so
Aston Villa now they are contesting for the Champions League, whereas Bournemouth that has not lost a single game, they are not just there yet. So football is crazy. So for you to just wash off a team to say, "Hey, this is going to happen," I think you have to watch it so that you will not have to. you know, shed tears, and then you will not do
I
what they
really
call
I
bad feeling
really
or
would
bad
like
better.
to
Mm-hmm.
I really would like to invite him for another round of this talk show. Or you probably invite both of us again after the 30th of May, because he's going to find another thing to say. I like the fact that rival fans keep shifting.
Mm-hmm.
I now call them eternal goalposts of
Mm-hmm.
excuses. They shift from one place to another. You see, over the last 4 5 weeks, all rival fans had shifted the goalposts of Arsenal's loss. Especially the last four. Oh, Fulham will beat Arsenal. But it's Newcastle. Yes, it's Newcastle. After Newcastle, West Ham. They are fighting for relegation. Arsenal will go for it. Now, even up to Bournemouth, what's the Burnley, they mentioned all of these as if they already would set up the team, and then Ateta would suddenly develop dead legs. Every Arsenal player would go on sabbatical and allow other teams to score them. And this is a team, the best defensive side in Europe, the best. A team that has only conceded 6 goals in Europe
Mm-hmm.
up to the final. And you think that PSG will beat them 7-0? Is that not hallucination? That's some kind of you are living in your dreamland over you just
Okay.
living in your dreamland.
Okay. We're gonna get into other aspects of these talks, of this banter. Congratulations again to Arsenal and all Arsenal fans all over the world, wherever you are watching us from, whether during this live show or after. This is Fan Circle, and this is what we do. We give every fan the opportunity to air their views freely without bitterness, just enjoy yourself, airing your views that you air in the corners of the beer parlors of your room. So this is a public platform for everyone to really do that. Now, somebody said Bournemouth. I want us to just talk a little about Bournemouth. What is the secret, you know, about their success? You know, for how many months now? For how many matches? Maybe 100 and something matches or days, right? 100 and something days. They've not lost a single match. They held their own when it mattered the most, and they did that today. When I saw Bournemouth as one of those uh opponent that Man City will likely face, I told someone that Bournemouth is going to do it for Arsenal, and that Arsenal just has to be consistent, and then they have done it. What do you think? What is working at Bournemouth? What is the special thing? Who are the players? Sholanke left, Semenyo left, and this team has been this consistent. What is the secret?
Right. If you need
Yeah.
me to intervene here, there, I'll simply tell you that coach. Uh, I call him in Yoruba name Ariola. Arola is a magnificent manager.
Is it the one they
Is
call a rookie
incredible.
coach at some point?
Yeah, and then of course he's from the same country with Ateta. So Spanish coaches are really, really, they are monsters.
Mm,
At grinding result. Think of Unai Emery, what he's doing with Aston Villa. You
mm,
know, Aston Villa could be winning what is it called, Europa, because of the coach. So
mm,
the difference is the coach, really. I would say
mm.
is a fantastic coach.
The
And
coach.
look at the revelation in Junior Krupi, the guy who came in first season, a 19-year-old, scoring 13 Premier League goals and becoming the first teenager to have scored 13 goals in his debut season. So I think that even when they sell players, they always have the resources to replace them. You think of Hussein Dean, the guy who left for Real Madrid, but they've got other players, and they are they are on the verge of playing in the Champions League. So I mean, the difference is the genius of the coach, who's been able to set up a team to play very entertaining football. They are very fast with breakout, or is it breakaway? You could, I mean, they play very fine attacking football.
Mm.
You know, but of course, the game against them that Arsenal lost 2-1. Well, I think that game was more of Arsenal not showing that they wanted it more. Today
Mm.
they nearly beat City. They wanted it more. They wanted to cement that sixth place. And do you know that they could even topple Liverpool in their next game? If
Mm.
Liverpool loses or draws against Brentford, then Liverpool ends sixth. Is that not shameful enough? But there's no media
Mm.
scrutiny. Imagine
Mm.
if that is Arsenal. That's what I mean
Oh.
when I talk about there's no media scrutiny. Nobody is talking about a person that is supposed to be defending the Premier League in the sixth place, or has could be could be could be in the sixth place on the 38th day, match day. You can imagine. That's ridiculous. And do you know what? Only Arsenal Only Arsenal have beaten Bournemouth this season. I mean, this year, which was I think January 3rd, and they have drawn I think 9 games, and they have won 8. So Bournemouth is so solid. Is a team I'd like to. In fact, I hope that Ateta is paying attention to some of those very beautiful, very good players. I want Trufa, their left back. I want Krupi already. I mean, I could just sack Leandro Trossard if I were Ateta. I just sell these boys and bring Krupi, because Arsenal need a period of dominance in the next 3-4 years. I won't be satisfied with first Premier League in 22 years. The satisfaction will come from winning that over and over again, establish the kind of Pep Guardiola's dominance. That's what I
Luck,
want. Of
luckily
course,
for
as
you,
an Arsenal fan.
Guardiola is leaving. So Guardiola is
Exactly.
leaving. So
Yes.
maybe the dominance, but I don't see that coming. To be honest, I don't see that
And
dominance coming.
the problem is you haven't seen it coming, but I have seen it coming. Have you forgotten that Arsenal challenged for 4 years, for four
Mm.
seasons? Are you aware?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware? And one of those 4 seasons, they made 89 points, enough to win the Premier
Okay.
League. By Sunday, they could be winning the Premier League with 85 points. Look at the irony.
Yeah. That's
89 points that Arsenal amassed the other time. There was a time Liverpool amassed 97 points and was beaten by the same imperious Manchester City side. I think on 100 points or thereabout. So I mean, we think of all of these things, and we think of the sort of football that teams are capable of playing. And then if you the thing is, if Arteta does not leave this season, he will be hungry for more. There's what they call the hunger for more. In fact, what we have now is getting a taste of the first, and then
okay.
there will be a rush of the subsequent ones. That's the thing, because
Joel.
we have not won this for long.
Okay.
So I think
Joel.
that it is City suffering what they call constipation, victory constipation. They have won a lot and they are constipated. So let
Okay.
us now get to that constipation
Joel.
level.
What do you have to say to what he has said?
Yeah, I'll circle back to what he has said. But let me talk about Bournemouth. Actually deserves credit. They've had a fantastic season.
Yeah.
But one thing about Bournemouth is they've been having lots of draws. They had 16 draws in like 35 games.
Yeah.
They've only lost 7 games. Impressive. So Iraola has done. I mean, in terms of sporting talents, putting them in the right place, I think he's done a great
Mm,
job. And their style of play,
mm.
because it's great. Just as he mentioned, they quickly recover the ball, they press, high press. But when you speak of Arsenal, you don't hear things like press. You don't hear like ball recovery. You just hear, oh, they want a corner. You hear things like throwing. You hear things like the goalkeeper wasting time. You
I
know how
like
many
it when
yellow
you
cards
lie
the Raya.
effortlessly. I
You
like it when
know how
people lie
many yellow
effortlessly.
cards Raya has for time wasting, time wasting a lot. I think I need to dig up that stat. He
Effortless
must have had
lies.
5. So, um, circling back to him, he said there's this hunger for more. I mean, Ateta has been there. So, you mean you are you trying to insinuate he was never hungry for 6 years,
Mm.
but all of a sudden just
He,
wake
he,
up,
he
win the
was
league?
hungry, and that is
Oh,
why he was going every time. Do you know what they call resilience? You know what they call not chickening out? I mean, you need to give Ateta credit for not bowing
time,
out.
time,
He
right?
didn't bow
You should
out.
give him time. 6 years.
No, no, credit for staying, for fighting every time,
Okay,
every year.
okay,
Now, imagine if he
okay,
didn't
okay.
fight this year, he would not be winning it.
Mm.
If he didn't fight
Actually,
this year, he would not be winning.
Klopp did that in Germany versus Guardiola, and he repeated it again in the Premier League where he fought against Guardiola and won him. So he shows he's doable. You can actually beat a side regardless of how strong they are. You can still win things, and I think that's the blueprint Ateta is trying to follow. But I don't see Arsenal, just like Martins has said, I don't see them dominating years, having that large number of years. I just see them going maybe Europa, maybe back to Europa. They will have a fall off next season because
Okay.
I don't think Arsenal
Okay.
has that structure to actually contain this victory or what they are getting themselves into.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
So
my prayer is that you are
before we
fine
go
and
on,
healthy when that
we are not gonna be here for forever and then because of our viewer. But for some of our viewers that have stood with us, there's something we want to do now, you know. And then it's just to reward them for sticking, believing in their team, and then even coming here to watch us banter, you know. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
be giving them, courtesy of our producer and our team here, we are gonna be giving them some gift prize, you know. So let me just gather the name when once I'm done, and then we'll go back to that. But before then, you know, I want Joel, to
Yes.
just do a little an analysis of Arsenal chances without malice, without any form of malice. Arsenal chances in the coming season, and then what you think the coach should be thinking now.
It will be hard to do it without bias or prejudice because I don't, I don't really, Arsenal being a rival, I don't really wish them the best. But in all honesty, I think Ateta has built a solid foundation that he can actually leverage on. I mean, he figured what was working and what was not working. So he figured what was not working in the 2 seasons he lost by a point. So I believe he has already figured out to win the Premier League. I genuinely believe he has figured that out and he's going to attempt to actually repeat that. So he's left for the other team to maybe allow it or allow him or not. But in terms of the Champions League, I also see them maybe making the Champions League final again because they were close to it last season. I think they were eliminated in the semi-final against Bayern Munich, which they played a very fantastic game. So I think Ateta needs 2 more seasons in with Arsenal and is going to. I mean, I see them not going trophyless for the next 2 seasons, and they will actually win something at least every season. They will win something. Then he has been fantastic with signings. I mean, he signs great players. Then there's something Ateta does that really amazed me in terms of his signing. I mean, when they signed Madwick, I was really like, I mean, why is Ateta going for this guy? Kai Havertz, I mean, Those are like Chelsea castaway, even Kepa. Those are like Chelsea castaway, and he knows actually how to use these. Maybe he sees something that I don't see, and that's why he's Ateta and I'm sure. Yeah, so
Okay.
I believe he has that vision, and he's going to really do well. So he needs the board's backing to just make signing and into the foreseeable future, which I think is just 2 years. They should continue to do great. Yeah.
All right. So we have a few people who join us, and then we want to say thank you to them, and then we want to say thank you by sending them some of our what we can send to them. So I'm going to pull up uh, the wheel now. We have their names listed here. So I'm going to just click, and then we are going to see. I'm going to do it 3 times, and then we're going to see who our winner today. They are mainly
Okay.
from our commenters, and then we'll see. So let's go. Martin, tell me to go to click.
Go. Click.
Okay, I want to put the sound. The sound. Who is there? Oh, let me see. It's Gabriel.
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 So Gabriel, thanks for making comments and thanks for joining us. So we can you can drop us a comment and then we know how to reach out to you at the end of the program. So I'm going to remove Gabriel and then do 2 more, and we see who the Arsenal will catches. All right, Joel, tell me to spin.
Spin.
Okay. Oh, who is Eric?
Eric
Eric?
wins.
Okay. Eric? Okay. Eric, we'll do the same thing. So let's spin 1 more or even 2 more, and we see. Oh, Kingsley. Okay. So,
Kingsley wins.
so we have, so I'm going to do the last one and then we'll see. Let's see. Oh,
Olupizio wins.
all right. So, so depending on the country
I
where
think
you
you have
are,
rigged this thing like PGMOL. I think my friend Tolulope should be winning.
yeah,
My
I
fellow
also,
Gunner.
yeah, I also feel so. Okay, because of that, we are gonna do 1 more time and see. So how many
I
do we have?
mean,
We have,
Martin is calling VAR.
yeah. Do we have Eric? We have Gabriel.
this
We
is
have
this is
Kingsley. So
actually.
so let's have 1 more.
I hope you haven't rigged this.
Well, I don't have a hand in it. Oh my God.
Fatima.
Well, Fatima, you know.
Okay.
So just if you don't win today, you win some other time. So just
Right.
Definitely,
whenever we have
definitely.
this, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and then you follow us on all our social media and so this is Fantaco, and this is what we do here. So on a final note, I want you guys to give your final thought on maybe the lessons to be learned by Arsenal triumph, from the Premiership, because I see football as a place where you learn life lesson, really. The struggle, the resilience, the trying again, the cry, the joy, the celebration. So a lot of things happen in soccer, and I think that is why it is the most loved game in the whole wide world. That might be contentious, but I believe that is it. So it's a game that has a lot of lessons for human. Like somebody said that a pastor was talking about it and all of that. You see motivational speakers maybe now talking about Arsenal and then their triumph after 22 years. So your final take. What do you think people have to learn from this?
I think
Oh,
I'll
quickly
love to go
add.
first.
Okay.
Let's have
Okay.
Joel
Good.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's this I was part of those people. There's this phrase we always usually use to banter Arsenal fans. We call it, they say, trust the process,
Mm,
right? And they were saying it for a long time, say 2, 3 years ago. And when we want to ban them, we say trust the process. So I think that's a big lesson. The Arsenal fans actually, they trusted the process, and they got the results. So that's a
y-
good lesson. As much as that's not the process I want to go through, but I think that's a life lesson that we can all take cue from. Yeah, that's from me.
yeah. Trust the
Yeah,
process, you know.
it's very important to lead the same team together. I mean, build upon your success, build upon one level, never be deterred by people's mudslings and all that,
Mm,
trolls all through life. You've got to, people are going to throw stones at a glass house. So if one is aware of this, one can one can just stifle the noise. You just make the noise. You make the noise never get to you. I think this is what Arsenal did. Remember, Declan Rice saying at the Etihad, "It's not done. It's not done." The media and the fans, the rival fans, thought the game was over. Arsenal was bottling again. But it never happened because we are Arsenal. We
okay.
never give up.
Okay.
And so this is
Um,
very important. It is
mhm,
very important to never give
mm,
up. To never give up. And that's why we are not London forever.
mm.
You see that
That's
anthem? No matter the
that.
weather.
We are
I've
London
been an
forever.
all through my first my university upwards to PhD that I'll be rounding off this year. Arsenal never won the Premier League, and they are winning
Mm.
it in my big year. They are winning
Yeah,
it this year. They are winning
that's so
UCL. I
that's
prayed
so
for this,
interesting.
and it is
Yeah,
happening.
that's so
So
interesting.
tell everybody
So
who needs to believe
yeah. So
that
before we go, I
whatever
want
you
to
work at
acknowledge the
consistently will
comments.
come to you.
Yes. Before we go, I want to acknowledge some of the comments from our chat. So I will want you to take it one after the other. So Joel, can you please read this comment by Sham Sham 1983? You are muted or what? You cannot be muted. You cannot be muted. Come on.
He doesn't
I'll read
want
the
to
next
read
comment,
it.
please. I'll pass.
This is a
Okay,
punishment
don't
for
worry,
you
I'll
today.
read it.
No, he has to read it.
I'm
I'll
happy
read the
to read
next
it.
comment. I'll pass.
Okay.
We are the
Pass.
champions. No time for losers, haters. Smiley, three smiley. The end of buying success stories. From more to glory, a new era is finally here. Glory, glory, Arsenal.
Okay. Now, Joel, you must read this. You must read
Yeah,
it.
yeah, sure.
Thank you, Sham Sham, for
Okay,
that.
Arsenal give their best. They've been patient over the years. They deserve to win. That's actually true. Well
Okay.
deserved,
What
to be
about
honest.
this?
Well deserved.
Joel, what about this?
I
I could
mean, this is a
actually
joke
help you
taken
with
too
it.
far. But let me read it.
Okay.
Arsenal will not win the Champions League.
No,
That's what I'm
no, no.
saying here.
That's not what the person wrote. The person wrote, Arsenal will win the Champions League. So thank you, Michael Oyedino 5786 for your comment. All the commenters, thank you. And then we're going to have this again this week. And the time, just stay glued to our YouTube channel. Click the notification. Once you're subscribed, we are going to be able to notify you whenever we have anything like this. And then this is a more frequent show where fans have their say. You know, Then we have a website, fanstackle.com. So if you go there, you're gonna see a lot of things that we have packaged. For example, the Champions League match between PSG and Arsenal. 10 fans will be going away with some cash prizes. So you don't want to miss it. So before or after, you don't want to miss it. So we're going to have a watch party after the game, and we're going to have what we call a watch along, during the game. So just make sure you subscribe and don't forget to share this channel to others, and then having said that, I would like to thank these guys for making this so interesting today, and I'm sure that I'm going to have both of you back here very shortly, so
Very shortly, please.
I would love
yeah,
to. I would
I
love to
want
be
to
back
so
see Joel
after the
again.
Champions League. Make
yeah,
Martin swallow his words. Yeah, I would love to be
yeah,
back.
yeah.
All right.
So
Okay. Okay then.
so on that note, I really, really want to say a big thank you to you guys for your time, and then for all of you that have joined this victory party that is devoted for the Arsenal Football Club of, is it England or the world now? You know, so congratulations again. You know, all right. So that's the end of the show. We'll see you some other time. Bye.